You're looking live on the left side of your screen. Dallas, the nurse Nina Pham is being transferred from Dallas to NIH. I mistakenly said Baltimore. It's in Bethesda, of course. NIH, National Institutes of Health. And on the right side, the White House, where the pool of reporters and cameras set to go into the meeting between the president and his advisors. The topic, of course, Ebola, the second day of one of these big meetings, late afternoon. Still waiting to head in. George, what about all of the people who say there's too much being made of this? This is one case. One person has died. Two nurses treating that one person contracted this disease, and for all of this attention, it is over the top.
Well, we'll find out, and let's hope it is over the top. But there seems to be some unsettled portion of the science about this. How hard it is to catch Ebola, how many people are coming in, all the rest. Remember, 40% of the illegal immigrants in this country overstayed their visas. They didn't cross the Rio Grande. They landed at airports with visas and disappeared into the country. And so the idea that we have this located in West Africa, extremely lethal virus, and that we can track this, people are understandably anxious, particularly at a time when there's a cascading series of failures raising Americans' normal skepticism about the competence of government.
And speaking of illegal immigrants here, ICE put out a statement saying they have gone through all their detainees. They've tied back 11 detainees from West Africa. None of them were symptomatic, but they are holding them in incubation medical housing for the 21-day period. There's a lot of things that are happening that...
Well, that seems a reasonable response, and I don't think the great threat right now is that it's coming from Latin America. It's coming into airports. And when you hear the CDC say at the beginning, we know what to do, and then you hear the horror story of what actually happened in a real hospital where the virus was caught by two people, and we had been told we know how to stop this, then you have to have a lot of skepticism.
I think, it's a matter of having the public's faith shaken in terms of the CDC response, because they were so unequivocal up front that they knew how to handle this no problem and that they trusted the hospital in Texas. Now we learn that there was reason not to trust them, and I think that's introduced this anxiety. But I think it's important not to get involved in the panic game.